is Jeopardy!
This is Jeopardy for the PS3, the next segment. Let's see how I do in this game, as I'm being joined by Daniel Monahan. We haven't heard that in a while.
Welcome, our contestants.
That's me.
Player 1.
Yeah!
Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round.
All right.
Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Optical illusions. B+.
B in quotation marks.
State mottos. Short lines. Literary pets.
Interesting.
And Asian history.
I'll go with Asian history for 200.
In the 1920s, the Kemalists opposed the Sultan in this country and eventually prevailed.
I'm going to say, what is Brunei?
Okay, player 1.
No, it's not Brunei. Let's go with, it's not Egypt. It's either Turkey or Syria. I'm going to take a guess and say, what is Syria? No, it's Turkey.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
I thought it might have been Brunei, because I know they have sultans in Brunei. But it's not Egypt, because Egypt is not in Asia.
Here's the response we were looking for. Turkey.
Oh well. Asian history for 400.
Player 1. In December of 1946, he attacked the French at Tonkin, beginning a war that ended 8 years later. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Mao Zedong?
Nope.
Ah.
All right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Oh, foop.
It's player 3.
Ho Chi Minh?
You got it.
Oh yeah, Ho Chi Minh of Vietnam.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Asian history,
Player
600.
3. Make us. In 1739, the Peacock Throne, built for Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, was stolen by these people.
Shah Jahan.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Who are the Persians? There we go.
You're out of the book.
Asian history, 800.
Where do we begin? In 1782, when Chao Phraya Chakri became King Rama I, he moved his capital across the river to this city.
King Rama I. Okay.
Player 1.
I'm going to take a guess on this one, and I'm going to say, what is Bangkok? Bangkok, Thailand, Asian history, 1000.
Player 1. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
These nomadic horsemen, who overran most of Asia in the Middle Ages, lived in portable lattice tents known as yurts.
It's player 1.
Who are the Kurgans?
Sorry.
No.
Any other takers? The correct response is the Mongols.
Oh, okay. B plus for 200.
Player 1. Shoeless.
What is barefoot?
Let's hear it, player 1.
B plus for 400.
Player 1. 1 over par on a hole of golf.
What is a birdie?
Yes, player 1.
Or is it bogey?
No.
Ah, it's bogey. Family food.
Any other takers?
Bazoo!
Ouch!
Doesn't look like it's going well for you, huh?
Well, it's just the beginning.
Here's the correct response. A bogey.
It's a bogey. Oh well. B plus 600.
Please. It speaks to Moses in Exodus 3.
What is the burning bush?
Player 1. Yes, hey, you're
B plus for 800.
player 1. Able to speak both Spanish and English.
What is bilingual?
Okay, player 1. Correct.
There we go. B plus for 1,000.
We return.
Daily double.
It's the Daily Double.
I'll do it all. 1,000.
You are currently in the lead. And look, this type of drug relaxes the smooth muscles in the airways, causing them to open.
What is Benzodiazepine.
No.
Ah.
Here's the response we were looking for. A bronchodilator.
Bronchodilator. Okay.
Select again.
Literary pets for 200.
The title beast of his The Hound of the Baskervilles is actually the pet of Mr. Jack Stapleton.
Title beast of his, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Who is Arthur Conan Doyle? We're gonna go with literary pets for 400.
Player Harry Potter uses his snowy owl named This to transfer messages.
Oh yeah.
Okay, player 1.
Who is Hedwig?
Yes.
Definitely.
Player 1.
Literary pet 600.
Kieran Rawlings' The Yearling centers on this type of pet.
What is a
Let's hear it, player 1.
deer? Literary pets for 800.
You get Little Swan, Little Bear, and Greenfinch are some of the goats of this Johanna Spiri lass.
Who is Heidi?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yep.
I'll close out the category.
Player 1. A poetic Elliot feline who has lived many lives in succession is named for this 5th book of the Old Testament.
What is Deuteronomy?
Yes, player 1. Good.
There we go. I ran the entire category.
Player
Optical
1.
illusions for 200.
Hope you studied this eye part that at its maximum contraction in an adult may be less than 1 millimeter in diameter.
I'll say what's
It's
the
player 1.
pupil. Right. Optical illusions for 400.
Let's take it over to Jimmy.
To allow your eyes to see clearly at varying distances, fibers called the zonules of Zinn change the shape of this eye part that focuses light onto the retina.
Yes, player 1.
I'm gonna say what is the cornea?
Nope.
Family food.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Yeah, I got away with it that time. No, I didn't. Ow! Yeah, I know, Daniel.
Here's
Nice
the
try.
response you're looking for. Lens.
Oh, lens. Okay. Optical illusion 600.
You don't detach this, which is next to the choroid, and changes light rays into neural signals. Okay, player 1.
I'm gonna say what is the optic nerve.
Sorry.
Darn.
Any other takers?
At least I'm still in the lead. Where are your manners?
Player 2. Good.
Oh, why me?
Let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. Drivers know the point.
No!
The optic nerve enters the eye, has no rods or cones, and goes by this 2-word term. It's player 1.
What is blind spot?
That's correct.
Optical illusions for 1,000.
Okay, let's get the sclera and this consist of tough tissues that make up the outer layer of the eyeball and give it strength. Yes, player 1.
What is the... I'll try what is the cornea this time.
Right you are.
Alright. Short lines for 200.
Player 1, you pick it. When Demi Moore says, "I love you" in this 1990 supernatural thriller, Patrick Swayze's reply is, ditto.
What is Ghost?
Yes, player 1.
A very, very good movie.
Hey, you're right.
400?
You get this character says, "I stick my neck out for nobody," before and after Ugarte's arrest. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Rick, it's either Rick Blaine or Sam Spade. I'm going with who is Sam Spade. No, it's Rick Blaine. Foop.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Family Foop. Ouch! God damn it!
Here's the correct response. Rick Blaine.
Oh well. Short line 600, please.
Player 1. In this 1957 war movie, Colonel Saito tells his captives, "Be happy in your work."
What is the bridge over the River Kwai? Bridge over the River
Player
Kwai?
1.
Bridge on the River Kwai. 800.
You again. Wallace Shawn uses this word several times in The Princess Bride. Mandy Patinkin questions its usage. Let's hear it, player one.
What is irregardless?
Sorry.
I haven't watched The Princess Bride in a long
Anyone else
time.
here to try to come up with a correct response?
Go ahead.
Here's the correct response.
Inconceivable.
Oh, okay. That
Please
was
return. Dustin Hoffman flick in which you'd hear, "That is one nutty hospital."
that is One Nutty Hospital.
It's player one.
It's not Rain Man. What is Tootsie?
That's correct.
Alright. State models for 200.
You again, Wyoming. Equal these.
What are opportunities? Or rights.
It's player one.
Rights. 400.
Please, Nebraska. Equality before the this.
Equality before the...
Player one.
What is law?
That's right. Way to go.
State model 600.
We read Ohio. With God, all things are this. It's player one.
What is possible?
That's correct.
800.
Player one. North Dakota. Liberty and union, now and forever, one and this. It's player one.
What is this, Liberty and Union, now and forever, one in the same?
So,
No, I bet it's all.
anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about inseparable.
Oh, inseparable. Now the last clue.
And the last clue for $1,000. Virginia. Sic semper this.
What is Fidelis?
It's player one. Nope.
No. So I finished the Jeopardy round with
Any other
$4,000.
takers? Okay, player three.
Dues?
No, that's not.
Wrong.
Any other takers? Player two.
Tyrannus. Double Jeopardy.
Player three is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. And we have two daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Word origins. U.S. museums. Baseball franchise shifts. Conductors. Science abbreviations. And South Korea. Okay, let's get back into this.
Baseball franchise shifts
Make the
400.
next selection. In 1958, the Dodgers and this team moved west to California. Let's hear it, player one.
What are the Giants?
Yes.
Baseball franchise shifts for 800.
Player one. The Braves spent 82 seasons in Boston and more than 40 in Atlanta, with a 13-season stop in this city. It's player one.
What is Milwaukee? Baseball franchise shifts for 12.
In 1955, the Philadelphia Athletics moved to this city, where they remained for 13 seasons. Player one.
What is Oakland? Family food.
Anyone else?
Once again, I managed to get away with that.
Here's the correct response. Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City, okay. 1600, baseball.
You again, player one. After the 1960 season, the Washington Senators left the capital and headed west to this town. Let's hear it, player one.
What is... Washington Senators, Denver, Houston, or Minneapolis? I'll just say what is Denver.
Sorry.
Dang it.
That's right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 3.
Houston?
Oh.
Family food for you, player
Anyone
3.
else? It's player 2.
Minneapolis.
Yes. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. In 1972, the new Washington Senators moved west and became this team. It's player 1.
Who are the... I'm gonna take a guess and say the Texas Rangers?
Yep.
There we go. Now I'm starting to bounce back.
All right, let's get back
Conductors
into
for 400.
In concert, Stokowski would dramatically toss these aside to show that he could conduct from memory. Player 1.
What are batons? No.
Anyone else?
Boop, 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 boop.
It's player 2.
Podiums?
Oh.
Nope. Once again, I managed to get away with
Any
that
other
for the second
takers?
time in a row.
Player 3.
Oh, scores.
Hey, the winner. Player 3, where do we start? Marin Alsop made news in 2005 as the first one of these to lead a major American symphony orchestra. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is a child?
No.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Do you have a Dr. Pepper?
No, it's Fanta Grape.
Oh, Fanta Grape.
Here's the
Okay.
correct response. A woman.
Oh, woman. Okay. Boop.
Player 3, choose again.
Once again. Boop, 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 boop.
Willem Mengelberg and Edward van Binen
Ouch.
have been chief conductors of this city's Concertgebouw. Yes, player 1.
What is Vienna?
That's not it.
No.
Any other takers? Yes, player 2.
Brussels?
Sorry, that's...
You get family food too.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player
For the
3.
third time in a row, I got away with that.
Bazoo!
Oh!
Please pick again. Player
Well, third
3.
time was the charm.
An 1831 play by Pushkin recounts an alleged rivalry between Mozart and this composer. It's player 1.
Who is Ludwig van Beethoven?
Sorry.
Dang it.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 3.
Antonio Salieri. Yep.
On the plus side again. Player 3, back to you. On CDs with Canada's National Arts Centre Orchestra, Pinchas Zuckerman conducts and plays this. Player 1.
What is the violin? There we go.
Okay, let's get back into this.
Science
Player
abbreviation's
1.
400.
There's a phase of sleep, abbreviated NREM, which stands for Know This Eye Movement.
What is rapid?
Okay, player 1. You got it.
Okay, for 800, science abbreviations.
In computer science, GUI is this kind of user interface. Player 1.
What is, graphical?
Oh, yeah.
Science abbreviations for 1200.
Select, as opposed to an MD, a DO is a doctor of this holistic practice. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is ophthalmology?
Sorry.
No.
Any other takers?
Foop.
The correct response is osteopathy.
Oh, osteopathy. Science abbreviations for 16.
You get the T in TSH stands for this gland. The SH is for stimulating hormone. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is, the thyroid?
That's it.
Science abbreviations for 2000.
We return to you. The lowercase r in RRNA stands for this adjective.
Lowercase r.
Yes, player one?
What is ribosomal?
Correct.
Alright. South Korea for 400.
Player one. With more than 10 million people, it's the largest city in South Korea.
What's Seoul?
Okay, player one. That's it.
South Korea for 800.
The 12th century book, Samguk Sagi, recounts the time when this religion came to Korea from India.
What is Buddhism?
I might for a few.
It's
All right.
player one.
South Korea for 1200.
Player one. At the 2008 Summer Olympics, South Korea's Cha Dong-min won the heavyweight gold medal in this national sport. Yes, player one.
What is karate? Dang it.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Taekwondo.
Oh, Taekwondo. South Korea for 16.
You again?
Daily double.
Answer. The first of the daily doubles. And you have...
I'll do 4,000.
How much are you going to wager, player one? Here is your daily double clue. This medicinal herb of the genus Panax is native to Korea.
I'm going to say it was ginseng.
That which
Alright!
is ahead.
South Korea for 2,000.
You get... MacArthur thought the battle for this port would end the Korean War. Didn't work out that way. Player one?
What is Incheon?
That's it.
Alright.
You
US
again,
Museums
player
for
one.
400.
You can get customized gree-gree bags at the historic Voodoo Museum on Dumaine Street in this city.
So is New Orleans.
Let's hear it, player one.
Nolans.
Good.
US Museums for 800.
As this society has a long history, maps were the theme of a major 2007 exhibit at its museum, Explorers Hall.
Explorers Hall.
Player one?
I'm going to say, what is National Geographic?
Good.
US Museums for 12.
Player one. You can ham it up at a museum in this Virginia town. It houses a ham cured in 1902. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Smithfield?
You got it.
I'll take US Museums for 1,600.
Player one. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center in this Alabama city contains a vast collection of rockets and space memorabilia.
What is Huntsville?
Let's hear it, player one. Correct.
2,000.
Player one. Arm of the Simon Wiesenthal Center, the LA Museum of this, teaches about bigotry, racism, and the Holocaust. Let's hear it, player one.
What is tolerance?
Got it.
400 for Word Origins.
Player one. This ground meat sandwich gets its name from a German port city.
What is a hamburger?
It's player one. That's correct.
800.
Please. This wood-eating insect gets its name from the Latin for wood-eating worm.
What's a termite?
Let's hear it, player one.
1,200.
Player one. This word for a kind of land mass comes from a word meaning to contain.
What is a continent?
Let's hear it, player one. Right.
1,600.
Player one.
The other daily double.
Answer. The second daily double.
4,600.
You are currently in the lead. How much? And the daily double clue. This highest natural singing voice for women is Italian for what is above.
What is a soprano?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player one.
2,000.
And now the $2,000 clue. This term for a leading character of a literary work comes from the Greek for first combatant.
What is a
Okay,
protagonist?
player one.
Alright!
Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the category, shall we?
Uh-huh.
Ancient names.
I'm gonna do just 2,000.
You need to select your wager. And the last clue? Appropriately, the name of this dramatist comes from Greek words meaning wise and famous.
I'll say who is Euripides.
What did you put as your response?
Sophocles?
And this correct response
Oh,
will
okay.
add how much to your score?
Well, I'm only gonna drop down to $25,000, so
What
that's
did you
okay.
And that correct response will add... Did you come up with the correct response? And that will set you back.
But I still win the game with $25,000, so that's okay.
Congratulations, Player One. You are our new champion. So long, everybody.
We'll go ahead and wrap it up for this segment, and I'll see you all for the next one.